I've just I hear nasty things about myself all the time.
What is it about these particular headlines that's making you feel vulnerable?
I think it's just after 10 years of hearing about it, 10 plus years, it just gets exhausting.
Hi to me having to re-record this because my echo is on. So today we are going to be talking about Kylie Jenner and her crying and how the Kardashians have basically set an unrealistic body standard and now can no longer meet it.
I've never cried about this before, but I guess it does affect me.
It would affect anyone.
And then I'll see some comments and it's where some people be like, this is really mean, and defend me. Why are we talking about her looks?
Yeah.
It's 2024. And then I'll see other comments because she did it to herself. She up her face, she has so much surgery. And I'm even if I did get so much surgery and I have this and I got all these things, I still don't think it's okay to talk about someone's looks.
I agree.
And I just want to delve a little bit deeper into it, have a little talk, because all over my TikTok are people not really feeling that bad as to why Kylie Jenner came on crying and feels like she's being dehumanized. She feels like she's not being treated like human, such as if it was any other woman, people would be telling people, no, do not say these comments, do not be this mean, you cannot comment on women's bodies.
Considering we're not gonna change anyone's opinions or minds, no matter how much we talk about it, everyone's gonna think I've had a full facial reconstruction and so have you. Nobody's gonna think differently. I think it's become our family's been, in the industry for a long time and it's never stopped. So I think it's sadly, it's something that we just have to really grow tough skin on.
And I do believe, don't comment negatively on women's bodies, 110%. Just don't give unsolicited opinions on women's bodies, on people's bodies. I think there's definitely a reasoning as to why people feel like they can, to do with a lot of these celebrities, not just the Kardashians, but when you're talking about it from the Kardashians' perspective, there are really glaringly obvious reasonings as to why people feel that, they can say this and that, why they don't feel bad for them when they say stop talking about my bodies, when their whole entire empire was built off of setting an unrealistic body standard, promoting these supplements, promoting weight loss, promoting BBLs, promoting the big lips, promoting the tiny waist, and to then all of a sudden say stop commenting on it, I don't want to hear it anymore, when that is the reasoning why they're famous in the very first place. I'm pretty sure one of the very first episodes of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, they were talking about Kim's bum.
So many rumors that I have butt implants, and I'm so tired of them, so I really just want to get a butt x-ray so I can show the whole world.
This has been their brand, and all of their spin-offs into their different adventures. I mean, Kim Shapewear, designed so that you can look like Kim Kardashian, designed in the hopes that you might be able to achieve that figure, which is an impossible figure to achieve because it's manufactured. Kylie's lip kits. Dare I say we had the lip shot challenge? The lip shot challenge, which led a load of people, even as young as 12, of which I found over here, sucking on shot glasses to try and give them lips like Kylie Jenner, okay?
I'm told I can't use lip plumper anymore because of my dermatitis, so I'm gonna use one of these. Ouch. This really does work if you do it quite a few times, so really lip plumper, it's just not a nice process.
If we're talking about the way that they have set current trends in the way that they look, I found this recent article, which I'll leave linked in the description box, saying in 2016, after Kylie said she got lip filler, the American Society for Plastic Surgeons reported a sharp increase in lip procedures. A 2018 study by the same organization found that butt-enhancing procedures had increased by 256% since 2000, despite the fairly serious risks of surgery. The Brazilian butt lift, or BBL, has the highest mortality rate of any cosmetic procedure. We can go further into that if we really want to, when you're then looking at how when people can't afford it, they will then go above and beyond, go to these I call them backyard injectors, where you have people, even in the UK, it's really unregulated around here. We have all sorts of people deciding to take a day course on filling and Botox and all of that kind of stuff when they have no business doing any of this. It's just that it's in high demand and they're willing to do it cheaply. It's like veneer tech. the veneer tech that is going on in America right now, with people taking like half-a-day classes and then giving people veneers over teeth and having them rot and getting all sorts of these horrible infections. Like, I've seen it all over the internet, and a lot of these trends were set up by these celebrities, by people wanting to emulate it.
So I tried out this new lip injection at this lady's clinic that I went to, and I don't know if I like it.
Why do you think her lips look like this? Is it A, she had botched filler? B, it's from an allergic reaction? C, she did DIY lip plumping with a hyaluron pen? Or D, it's just a filter? Let me know what you think happened in the comments.
Now, if you're wondering where this all came from, it was Paris Fashion Week some time ago, and Kylie Jenner decided that she wasn't going to be wearing that much makeup, and when she appeared on the red carpet, she was met with a lot of people going, wow, what has happened to her face? We have plastic surgeons commenting on it.
This is what happens when tear trough filler goes wrong. Look what's happened to Kylie. Kylie Jenner has openly said that she's had various filler treatments, but now it's really starting to become visible on her face. In these recent photos of Kylie, you can clearly see a significant puffiness to her under eye. Now, this is not a normal sign of aging, especially for someone of Kylie's age, and it is a telltale sign of overfilled tear trough filler.
Yeah, there were article after article after article talking about, you know, what has she done to her face? She now looks way older than she actually is. I do feel bad, don't get me wrong, it's not nice. Imagine having that amount of people talking about it. You then have the flip side of the coin where they have kind of made it their job. They have made it their job. Thing is that when they're talking about that, you only have to look on UK Love Island. I don't know if you guys have been on UK Love Island TikTok. I haven't watched it this year. But this year alone, we have people just making TikToks talking about how a lot of these women who have got fillers, who have got all of these procedures, now look a lot older. So it's not just her. Once again, they are emulating an image that does look eerily similar to Kylie Jenner, to a lot of these people.
Just want to know why on the internet no one says anything or think that it's okay.
Well, I think that's a general thing with our family. We're dehumanized. Like, they don't think that there's any rules with us.
When you then take it for what we just read, what I just said about the lip procedures then being spiked, and that is by no means an accident. I remember when she debuted her lips. I remember everyone was talking about her King Kylie era and how people, young people especially, are then trying to emulate that look. She then comes out with the lip kit so that you're then able to do that look. So whenever they go through a new look into how they're looking, they then bring out products to then try and showcase it, to try and get people to then buy it. Her latest one, she's on the sofa with Kendall and she's crying and saying that basically she doesn't like how people talk about her looks. And people over on TikTok, most of them are just sick of it because they're all under this impression that, well, you've built your empire off of that.
I just realized that Kylie indirectly is the reason why, in a way, Kylie is the reason why people are having to go to the emergency room to get lip filler squeezed from out of their lips. She's the reason why everyone wanted to get lip fillers, and then now she wants to say that she doesn't like them because she looks old. But, like, at the same time, the reason why she probably even knows that she looks old is because people on TikTok have been telling her about it and have been complaining to her about it. So she probably thought that she looks good with the filler. And y'all are like, no, you do not look good with the filler, Kylie. But it's already too late because now girls have gone on Canva and have decided that they're no longer going to be they're not going to be lash techs anymore. They are going to be lip filler techs. And they took Canva and they made certificates off of Canva, and now they're selling people courses for $1,000 on how to inject Temu filler into your lips in someone's kitchen. Kylie, I don't feel bad for you. You caused this indirectly. Allegedly. I don't think she'll sue me, but just in case.
I feel that now they're now wanting to try and drift away from it. And there has been a lot of speculation on whether or not, you know, a lot of the family are on Ozempic, which once again, I don't think they'd ever actually admit to it because they never admitted, I mean, Kim's never quite ever admitted that she's gotten these procedures done when it's so blatantly clear that she has, such as all the other sisters, but they'll never quite admit to it. So now, even in one of the latest episodes where you then had Scott kind of opening up the fridge and people were saying, oh, is that Ozempic? Is that Ozempic? Has he been taking Ozempic? Because he all of a sudden is looking extremely gaunt, a lot like the other siblings, just Scott looks particularly a bit unwell at the minute. I'm not sure if there's other stuff going on. But once again, they opened up the fridge and people were saying, that looks like Ozempic up there.
Yesterday, Hulu unleashed the season 5 premiere episode of The Kardashians, and in this, Scott Disick opens his fridge and there's Ozempic in it. Now, about a month ago, Scott Disick made headlines due to his drastically different appearance due to Ozempic use, and I feel like the Kardashians are kind of using this to get views.
Even recently, we've then had Kylie sat on the sofa admitting to the fact that she did get a boob job when she was 19. She did do that. Did she ever say that earlier on to try and make young people aware? They don't have to be role models. They don't have to try and set the standard. I do feel like 19 years old as an extremely young age to be getting those kind of procedures done, especially she said it was pre-kids.
I just wish, obviously, I never got them done to begin with. I would recommend anyone who is thinking about it to wait until after children.
But then on the flip side of the coin, it's very easy to understand where Kylie is coming from when she's saying that for about 10 years, all people have talked about is her look. So before she kind of morphed into who she is now, people used to say, oh, you're not a Kardashian because you've got pencil thin lips, or say these things to her, which made her feel very defeated, which would then make her want to do these different procedures. You can understand that, you know, if you've got the tools and the money to be able to become someone else, then you're going to do it. But she then decided to profit off of that, and that has now been projected onto the rest of the younger population, and not everyone's going to follow it, but a lot of people do. Like Khloe Kardashian, when Khloe was constantly told that she doesn't even share the same dad. She was the ugly sister, which is absolutely horrible. Now she looks nothing really like what she used to look like if you look at past pictures of Khloe, and that is sad. Okay, that is sad. I don't feel like people should be saying this kind of stuff to them. I feel like that is completely unnecessary, because it was they hadn't done anything by that point. They weren't, you know, they were just having a reality TV show, and Khloe didn't really get plastic surgery, and then you then had Kylie, who was small, but then because they didn't look like the rest of their sisters, people were then moaning about it and saying, well, why don't you look like them? So that's then what they did, and now people are annoyed because they're then crying about it. I do think that a lot of it did have to do with the fact that they wanted to be able to fit in. Kylie wanted to be able to fit in. She was called a younger Kim for a very long time. You've then used that to your advantage and made a lot of money from it, and then influenced other people to feel insignificant, to feel bad about the way that they look, so that they can emulate what you have done. So it's like it happened to her, and then it's then happening to other people. I just think the moral of the story is just to be comfortable with the way that you look, but I know that obviously that's going to be really difficult for a lot of people. Yeah, I'm definitely not alone in thinking this. A lot of TikTok are sharing the exact same viewpoints as well. A lot of people are saying, well, boo-hoo, you know, you shouldn't have made this your business model if you're then going to backtrack and say that actually you don't want people to comment on your body. Because the idea of people just commenting on the way you look, it makes me feel extremely icky. It makes a lot of people very uncomfortable. But then, once again, that's not my job.
The only time the Kardashian Jenners ever talk about how societal beauty standards are up and we're all supposed to be beautiful and nice to each other is when they stop meeting their own beauty standards. I don't feel bad. I also hate the weaponization of like social justice language and therapy talk to try and make themselves feel better about the predicament they put themselves in. Kendall saying
we're dehumanized, like they don't think that there's any rules with us, whereas like if you talked the same way you do about us about any other woman, people would come to their defense all day long. But for some reason with us, it's like they don't think we have any feelings.
And it's like your entire empire is based on the dehumanization of women through societal beauty standards.
They're kind of like always been a model of the beauty standard, of setting it. And they've set a beauty standard which they then cannot meet, which they unrealistically, they cannot attain, which is really quite sad, and it should tell a lot of people something. Just a personal opinion, I feel that they're saying all of this about how plastic surgery isn't that great and how they're kind of going back on it and they're getting stuff dissolved because maybe they're wanting to like set another beauty standard. I don't really know. I know that a lot of people will listen to them. I'm really hoping that people don't, in the terms of, hey, let's get like super skinny again and let's start taking Ozempic, let's go like circa 2000 kind of thing, or like the 90s. I'm hoping that doesn't come back, but unfortunately people just follow the trends over who they want to emulate, who they want to look like. I feel bad that she feels bad about those comments, but I can't feel too bad because she's made a hell of a lot of money doing it. So it's a catch-22, but yeah, no, we shouldn't just be commenting on women's bodies and commenting on the way people look. And just to set the record straight as well, I've got absolutely zero issue if you want to get anything done. I really don't care. It makes no difference to my life whatsoever. In this case, I just find it quite interesting because, of course, they have made it their whole entire business model. You can't just suddenly backtrack now. So that's the only area where I'll talk about it. But in general, yeah, I really just don't care. Get whatever you want to get. If you want to copy that, you do that. It's not my body, it's not my face. I really couldn't care less. But that's pretty much all I wanted to say on today's topic of conversation. I hope you guys have a wonderful day wherever you are in this world. Take care of each other, take care of yourselves. I will catch up with you guys in the next video.
Can we x-ray Courtney's boobs so I can see what an implant looks like? And we are going to x-ray me so we can see what an implant looks like. And then we're going to x-ray Kim's butt and see if she really has implants or not.